Hello and welcome to the Public Health Internship Orientation. This is being presented in fall 2022 and is preparing you to do internships in spring 2023. So welcome. Note that this video is narrated, so you'll want to adjust your sound, or you can view this with closed captioning through YouTube, and there's a viewing option on our public health website. Let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. Laura Gronwald, and I use the pronouns she, her, and hers. I'll be guiding you through this experience of your internship, supporting you as you do your search, and then teaching the internship class once you are enrolled and actively on site at your internship. I'm excited to work with you. This is a really rewarding learning experience for students. Experiential education is really fantastic for bringing together the concepts that you've learned in your classes and putting them into practice in an internship agency. So a little bit of information about me. I've been an educator for 20 years. I've taught in college classroom settings, online, and I've also taught in the community in various community settings. So a lot of experience with different educational settings. I have a background in writing and cultural criticism, critical thinking, college teaching, and I also have done work in experiential education with civic engagement with students in the past. So I've supervised interns when I was in a nonprofit here in Tucson, and then I've supported interns from the academic side of things as well. So I've seen both sides of the coin, and I'm here to help you feel empowered to have the best experience you can. I'd like to now read our land acknowledgement statement from the U of A. We respectfully acknowledge the University of Arizona is on the land and territories of indigenous peoples. Today, Arizona is home to 22 federally recognized tribes, with Tucson being home to the O'odham and the Yaqui. Committed to diversity and inclusion, the university strives to build sustainable relationships with sovereign Native nations and indigenous communities through education offerings, partnerships, and community service. So this is the overview of what we're going to talk about today on this video. What counts as a public health internship, how many hours you'll need, how to find and secure an internship, what forms you'll need to be submitted and approved before you can get enrolled, and some other things too. And I'll try and move through this quickly so you can fill out your worksheet. Speaking of which, there is an accompanying worksheet. If you don't have this worksheet in front of you, pause this video and you can find it on the public health website under internships where you found the video. You're going to want to fill this out as you're going through so that you will gain all the important information you need, and you can submit this worksheet to me at the end of the video, and that's how you take the next step in searching for your internship. So what is public health? Take a moment to pause the video and just think for yourself and define for yourself what public health is. So I hope you took a moment to do that, to pause the video. This is my definition of public health. It's the science and art of preventing disease, promoting health, and protecting and prolonging life through organized efforts of society. We focus on the 4 P's in public health: prevention, promotion, protection, and population. So we want to improve the quality of life that people have. We want to promote factors that influence health and health behavior. We want to influence our planning and implementing and evaluating effective health education programs. We want to facilitate behavior change for a healthy life. We want to protect and eliminate against disease and accidents. And we want to think always about population. This is important because practitioners of public health carry out our mission through organized efforts that address the health concerns of communities and populations and not just individuals. So we're not focused on one person's health, we're focused on a big group. So when you're thinking about an internship that's public health focused, you can think about any of these categories here. These are the areas where you have taken your coursework. If you are finding a public health internship opportunity on the hub, then it's going to be public health focused. But if you're looking on your own, you want to really ask yourself, is there a clear connection to public health with this internship? Does it fit in one of these categories and fit with those 4 P's that we talked about? So when you're thinking about public health versus clinical health, this is a question that students often have. What kind of experience fits in public health versus clinical health? Public health is addressing the population. Clinical health is looking at individual by individual. Public health is thinking about prioritizing health and wellness. Clinical health is treating sickness after it's already happened. Public health is promotion, prevention, and protection. Clinical health is diagnosis and treatment. So we are on the preventative side of things with our public health internships. A lot of students want to know why a public health internship is a requirement to graduate, and we really have a lot of reasons from the curriculum perspective. We want our students to get that hands-on experience. We want you to have an opportunity to have the practical application of those concepts and ideas you've discussed in your classrooms. This will also help you clarify your interests within public health and healthcare. It will prepare you for life after graduation, and it will expand your professional network. So there are different course options for you to earn your required 6 units. The first is the one that most students take, HPS 493A. This is the required internship. You need 6 units of this to graduate. Students enrolled in the Honors College will often enroll in 493H, which is the same as 493A with some extra honors requirements. And then students who have already fulfilled 493A or are taking a public health minor will sometimes take 493B, and that's the elective internship. So 493A, I'll talk a little bit more about all these in details. 6 units of this are required to graduate. Your prerequisites before you can enroll in this internship course are HPS 350 completed. You have to be a professional public health major status. You have to complete this public health orientation, including the worksheet, and then you locate and secure an internship on your own, and you work with your internship agency to have a completed and signed work plan and preceptor agreement and a resume for your preceptor. That's to keep us in line with our national accrediting body, CEPH. And you submit all these forms on a D2L website for my approval. So the honors option, 493H, as I discussed, this is just an alternative for honors students. You'll have all the same prerequisites as 493A, so go back to the last slide if you need that. Plus, you need to be enrolled in the Honors College, and there's a little extra work as it is an honors section. So you'll need the same forms required on the previous slide submitted via the D2L website for my approval. And then the elective internship, this is not required to graduate, but there are still prerequisites, HPS 178 and HPS 200. You also need 6 units of some other public health coursework completed. You need to also complete this internship orientation, and you too need a completed and signed work plan and preceptor agreement and a resume for your preceptor. That's your site supervisor at the internship agency. And you'll submit all those forms just like everyone else on the D2L website for approval. So how do students enroll in their units? One option is that you split the 6-unit requirement into 2 semesters, 3 units, let's say, in the spring and 3 units in the summer or the fall. Usually students do this 2-semester option with the same internship agency. The second option is completing all 6 units in 1 semester, so 6 units in spring. And the third option is completing 2 different internships for 3 units each at 2 different agencies. This is usually over the course of 2 semesters, so 1 internship in the spring and a different one in the summer or the fall. Note for enrollment during spring 2023. As a college, and you can talk with your advisor about this, during your internship semester, we strongly advise students to take as few units as they can. You cannot exceed the university maximum of 19 units. We will not approve that. And we recommend, in fact, that you take 16 units or fewer during your internship semester. This accounts for the extra time you might spend getting to and from your internship, balancing it with other commitments, etc. And do note that tuition and fees are assessed for enrollment in the internship class, HPS 493. Now, students are often wondering about contact hours. So in spring 2023, if you enroll for 6 units, you need to earn 250 contact hours. That's 250 hours across the course of 15 weeks. That's about 17 hours per week. And if you enroll for 3 units, then you have to earn 125 contact hours. That's 125 hours over the course of 15 weeks. That's about 8.5 hours per week. You can officially start counting your hours on Wednesday, January 11th, and you have to record the last day you can record hours is Wednesday, May 3rd. And this keeps you protected by university policy. So if you work at your agency before or after these dates, you're volunteering your time. You're not earning internship honors, or hours, I should say. So let me give some advice from students here. Talk to your academic advisor about what semester you should plan to do your internship. Excellent advice. Your academic advisor is the best person to talk to about this because they have a sense for where you are in your course plan. Make sure you know all of the deadlines for paperwork so you can get your internship approved and you can get registered on time. If you don't have your paperwork submitted to me for approval on time, you will not be able to enroll in an internship for the spring. This does happen to students a lot. Not a lot of students, but it happens to a handful of students each semester. So make sure you're on top of those dates and deadlines. Really consider doing your internship over 2 semesters so you can get a deeper view of the agency work. Absolutely, you will get a much more thorough view of the work of that agency if you're there for a longer period of time. A benefit of doing 2 internships is that I now have a larger professional network. So there's pluses and minuses to all these choices. Because many opportunities come up during your internship, limit your other commitments so that you can take advantage of these cool experiences. Yes, for sure. When planning your other classes, be sure to build in time it takes to get to your internship site. Yes, I mentioned that too. So you want to make sure you account for that commute time. So now I'll go over responsibilities for you, for me, and for your site supervisor, your preceptor. So your responsibilities include understanding the internship criteria and deadlines, searching for internships. You find this on your own. You search and find the internship that will be the right fit for you. You should conduct yourself with professionalism when you're reaching out. Communicate your interests and needs to your possible agencies and preceptors that you'd like to work with, and complete all college and agency paperwork for enrollment units. My responsibilities as the course instructor are to share opportunities with students about internship sites, including postings on the Hub. That's where you'll find a lot of really cool opportunities. There's already opportunities posted for spring 23. Review required paperwork. So I will make sure that you have everything completed. And then once that is approved, I communicate with the College of Public Health advising team and they enroll you for units. So you do not enroll yourself for units. You have to have my approval and then the advising team sign off on it too. I also serve as an ongoing contact with you and the preceptor during the course of your internship, and I grade your academic internship assignments and assign the final internship grade. The responsibilities of the site preceptor, this is your site supervisor. They will work with you to design and sign off on the required forms, the work plan, the preceptor agreement, and they will provide a resume for themselves, and all these forms do require the preceptor's signature. They will provide mentorship, they'll answer questions and help you resolve issues, they'll discuss issues as necessary with me. That doesn't happen very often, only once in a while. And they will complete midterm and final progress reports for you and approve of your hours on your activity log. So some more advice from students. Make a copy of the agency and preceptor responsibilities from the internship manual and give to the preceptor when you're asking about opportunities or interviewing for a position. Yes, great idea. Then they have a good sense of what the internship requirements are. So now some tips on finding an internship. Public health is everywhere, so you can be anywhere. Students often want to know, can I do an internship overseas? Can I do an internship in another state? Absolutely. You can do an internship in another location, either in person or virtually. If you are going to do something overseas, you may need to take some extra steps to work with the study abroad office. But if you start your search early, then you can get all that handled. So my first tip, start looking now. As soon as you're done with this, tell everyone you know, everyone in your network. So talk to your faculty members, talk to previous faculty members that you've had, friends in public health who've done an internship. If you've got personal connections outside of that through family or friends, just really network and find out what is out there. And then also take advantage of college and university resources. You can talk with your academic advisor. You can follow up with guest speakers in any of your classes. Read the college and campus announcement emails that come out on Fridays, and utilize online resources such as the Hub and Handshake. So the Hub is our student portal that's exclusive to College of Public Health students. You find it on the main on the main College of Public Health page. You can see up here the blue arrow pointing to the Hub. And then once you click on that, you log in. So it's password protected. You have to have your UA net ID and password to get in. And then once you're there, you can look under internship opportunities for undergraduate students, and these arrows will help you kind of navigate it, although it's pretty easy to find. And then once you have clicked on undergraduate internship opportunities, there will be a list for each semester. So as I said, there's already things up there for spring 2023, and I'm recording this in the fall semester. When you are looking on your own and you want to do some keyword searching, my first suggestion is actually to go to the Hub and look at the listings that are there. So if you want to look for something in a different area other than Tucson, going to the Hub and seeing what kind of agencies we work with here locally can give you a sense, okay, I'm in Los Angeles, I want to work with an agency like the Southern Arizona AIDS Foundation. I'm going to see if there's a Los Angeles County AIDS Foundation. Or, oh, I see there's a Pima County Health Department internship. I'm going to look for a Cook County Health Department internship because I would like to be in Chicago in the spring and I want to do my internship there. You can do remote internships. Those were mandatory during COVID, but that's still totally an option. And then you want to just do some Google searching with the keywords that you have. So you can go into Google and type in quote unquote healthy habits, or you can type in epidemiology in Tucson, employee wellness program Phoenix, and that will help you narrow things down. You can also go to Google Maps and type in some of these terms, and that will even show you, like if you want to find something in the Phoenix metro area, where in the Phoenix metro area that location is, and that might be more or less appealing to you depending on the commute. But yeah, use the Hub as kind of the springboard for those keywords that you're looking for. And then we also have the University Handshake platform, which is university-wide. It's a great UA career services platform that they offer, Student Engagement and Career Development, SCCD. And they will have internship and career opportunities throughout Arizona and the world. And for all opportunities on the Hub, Handshake, or that you search for, most are unpaid, but some are paid. You can do paid and unpaid internships. With Handshake, all you do is create an account, and the more you complete your profile, the more opportunities will become available to you, and Handshake remains available to you even after you graduate. So remember, don't limit yourself. The sooner you start searching, the more freedom you will have to find something. If you're not watching this video till mid-December, you are under a time crunch, and you're going to need to be looking to see what you can get and what you can pull together quickly. But if you are watching this early, and hopefully you are, then don't limit yourself. Think about what your ideal internship would be, go back to your definition of public health, and see what you can find. So I want to talk about some of the support that's available to you through our university resources. Of course, we have our fabulous College of Public Health advising team. I love our advisors, and they will provide a lot of excellent counseling to you as you're thinking about when to do your internship and how it fits in with your coursework, and you can even run internship ideas past them. We also have the Disability Resource Center. They are available to you even while you're searching for internships. They're available while you're enrolled in the internship class, and they can even work with an internship agency site on accommodations should you need that. The Dean of Students Office still has COVID pertinent information and a lot of other helpful advice as well. We also have Student Success and Retention Innovation. They have a lot of programs to support students so that you can stay engaged and enrolled and succeeding in your classes. And then finally, the Think Tank is excellent for time management, writing, and other skills. More advice from students. Don't be afraid to reach out to possible preceptors even when they're not listed on the Hub. I was able to acquire my internship by simply reaching out to my preceptor and saying, "Do you have an internship position open?" I found a really unique opportunity that I was able to get because I asked that simple question. And this is my opportunity to say, be brave. It's 100% okay to make cold calls as first contact or to send out email inquiries and then follow up if you haven't heard back after about a week. So thinking about email etiquette, you want to give people a minimum of 48 hours to respond. So if you send an email, don't expect that you're going to hear later that afternoon or the next morning. Give a minimum of a week if it's an email inquiry to someone you haven't met before. Same thing with cold calls. Give a week and then kind of see where you're at that point. Find those opportunities that you want to take advantage of to connect with people through your network and other ways too. I also encourage you to practice an elevator speech, which the worksheet will take you someplace where you can see what that is. But basically, it's a short way of explaining who you are, focusing on how you can bring skills to the agency where you would like to intern. You want to keep it brief and you want to speak confidently. So go ahead and practice that so when you're ready to talk with those agencies, you have that all ready. Remember, the only internship you don't have a shot at is the one you don't seek out. So this is back to that be brave advice. Go for it. You never know what you're going to find, and reaching out does not commit you to accepting an internship. So every semester there's students who say, oh gosh, I'm torn between these two internships, and there's a way to communicate really effectively when you are choosing between two internships. And I'm here to support you, and your advisors are as well. You also want to remember to be prepared. So you want to orient the agency and the preceptor to you, so share a copy of your resume. You want to make sure that you've shared with them your definition of public health and that they understand the internship has to be public health related. And you want to orient them to the internship experience by sharing a copy of the manual. And there's an example copy of that on the content page of the D2L prep course site. And finally, be professional in all inquiries and interactions. So you never know if maybe there's not an opportunity right away with one person that you have contacted, but they pass you along to somebody else in the organization who has a new project. So you just want to really work on that professional communication, and student engagement and career development has a lot of great trainings for that if you need help with that. More advice from students. Start your search as soon as you finish this orientation. This is so important. I cannot agree more. The sooner you start your search, the easier your process is going to be. Talk to your classmates, friends, parents, mentors, advisors, everyone. Actually practice your elevator speech ahead of time. And create a spreadsheet of agencies that you reach out to and or apply to. Excellent advice for staying organized. Before doing an interview, review the agency website and think about your answers to common interview questions. Yes, please make sure that you read the agency website so you have a sense of, if they were to ask you, why do you want to intern with this agency, you could give them a good answer. Inquire to see if you can shadow current interns or volunteer for a day before committing. Send a thank you note or email after the interview or visit. More professional communication etiquette there with sending that thank you note or email. The more times you put yourself out there, the more likely you are to get your dream internship. Use Dr. Gronwald and your academic advisors as resources as you start your search. Absolutely, we are here to support you. Now, this is how you get enrolled. You cannot register yourself for HBS 493 units. You need to complete this internship orientation, find your internship, complete the paperwork that I've already talked about, and we'll talk about more, and then get it approved by me. So, and your advisor will have to approve that the internship fits in with your schedule too. So there's quite a few steps, which is why you want to get started right away. So as I was saying, pre-approval is required. You should use the templates on the D2L Public Health Internship Prep course site. Use the templates you'll find there for the work plan and the preceptor agreement. And you get access to this D2L Public Health Internship Prep course site by finishing this internship orientation and emailing your worksheet to me. Your work plan is, part of it's completed by you. It incorporates the university mandated assumption of risk and release, and it requires your signature and the preceptor's signature. And then you will also work with your preceptor on the purpose statement, learning objectives, and proposed activities. So remember to be specific and be ambitious on those. This is what the first page of the internship work plan looks like. Your experience will not be mundane things like coffee runs and filing papers. The internship should not be a burden or just a graduation requirement. Believe me, students love this experience, and it is a great opportunity to make meaningful contributions to your agency and to our community. The preceptor agreement is a form that we need the preceptor to fill out so that they communicate they understand their role that they are accepting. to mentor you and to turn in their required deliverables, which includes progress reports and signing off on the activity log, and the preceptor does need to sign this form. And this is an example of what the form looks like. And see the arrow at the bottom here. You will also ask your preceptor to submit a CV or resume. I do not need your resume. I need your preceptor's resume. So here are the due dates for your required spring 2023 forms. The deadline for your final paperwork, that's the completed work plan, the completed preceptor agreement, and the resume for your preceptor, all have to be submitted by Wednesday, January 11th. That's the first day of class. They have to be submitted on the D2L website for the Public Health Internship Prep page. There's a drop box under the Assignments tab, and that is where all paperwork must go for record-keeping purposes. This dedicated D2L site is very easy to navigate. You'll see on the content page that you can find the important course information and documents. You'll find these slides for the orientation. You'll find a draft of the internship manual, and you'll find the work plan and other helpful forms. You will also find under assignments a drop box where you can submit your required forms for spring 2023. Some agencies have some additional paperwork requirements, so ask about this right away. You may need to have an affiliation agreement. This can require 4 weeks. So if you think this is something that you might need, get on that right away. It can be common for internships outside of Arizona, but if it's in Arizona, not usually something students have to worry about. You may have to do a background check, and you may have to do a TB test or provide your COVID vaccination or other medical proof of health status. So ask about those things so you can make sure you have that handled and you can start your internship on time. So as a reminder, starting your search early allows you time to get all of these required forms and steps completed. Okay, more advice from students. Do not accept an internship if you're not sure about it being a good fit for you. Yes, please. Students do decline internships for various reasons, and I'm here to help you process through that if you've got any questions. Talk to Dr. Gromwald if you aren't sure how to ask for more time to make a decision or decline an internship. Absolutely. Know that your preceptor may take time to complete the forms, so start working on them ASAP. Exactly. You need to allow that window of professional communication, several days to a week, to get paperwork back. And sometimes it will be faster, but you always want to build in a little bit more time just in case. I also want to acknowledge now that you're learning, which means you don't know everything. You are human, which means that mistakes happen, and that I'm here to help you strategize. So if you have a question, ask me, ask your advisor. We've been through this a lot with our students. We know that you're not going to know everything at first. You can also ask another public health student who's been through some of these steps before. Often you all have such great information to share with each other, but just know that the advisors and I are here to support you. There are graded academic assignments as part of the federal regulations that govern internships. It's required to really be a check-in for you and make sure everything's going okay. So in addition to the contact hours that I've already detailed, students will spend about 20 hours working on internship assignments such as reports, a LinkedIn profile, an e-portfolio, etc. So now some common questions. Why don't you just assign me to an internship? Well, students are unique, and we want students to be able to find the internship that's right for them and the post-graduation plans that they are headed toward. So I don't want to mandate that you work at a certain internship if you have interest in something else for your career and your next steps. That's why you'll do all your searching and use the resources that I've discussed. And this also prepares you for your job search because no one's going to just hand you a job after graduation. Can I get paid? Yes. I and we, the advising team, celebrate whenever our interns get paid. You can absolutely ask about that. Not right now, not all internships are paid, but absolutely you can have a paid internship. Can I do my internship at my regular job? The answer to this is maybe. The university has specific rules about this, doing an internship at a person's regular job site. So you'll need to work with me one-on-one if that's something that's of interest to you. You have to make sure you have 2 separate supervisors and a few other regulations. So get in touch with me if you have that question. Does my internship need to be in Tucson? Nope. It can be wherever you want it to be. It can be in person or fully remote, wherever you'd like. Can I do multiple internships? Yes, I've mentioned this before. Sometimes students do 2 different internships in 2 subsequent semesters. Sometimes students fulfill their 6 required internship units and then do an elective internship. So lots of options there. Do internships lead to jobs? Yes. Every semester, students get jobs, and sometimes that's at the internship site, and sometimes that's with another organization. In fact, I'm now working with preceptors, site supervisors at agencies who were students in this internship class, so it's really exciting. And will my internship be valuable and fun? Absolutely. If it is not valuable, if you're not having a fun and engaging experience, then get in touch with me or your advisor so we can help you brainstorm. Now, a few required notices. The internship instructor, college, and university are not responsible for any financial obligations, including but not limited to travel, transportation, housing arrangements, medical care for injuries related to the internship experience. So your next step is to finish this orientation worksheet, save it as a Word or a PDF file, and email it to me to get access to that internship prep course site on D2L. Here again is my email. I'm Dr. Laura Gromwald or Dr. G. Let me know if you've got questions, and please reach out to the undergraduate advising team, Mariah, Elsa, Nicole, Abba, and Melanie. They're wonderful, and they will help you with your search as well. Okay, take care, and good luck with your internship.